Hi, I'm Drew, your host of Deciphered, a show from Blockstream that shares best practices in Bitcoin by breaking down some of the features in our wallets and other products in a simple, easy to understand way. Today, we're going to set up a Blockstream Jade hardware wallet and learn how to self-custody our Bitcoin. Then, we'll send some Bitcoin out of our Jade, and we'll wrap up by talking about some of the more advanced features that the Jade hardware wallet offers. So with that, let's learn more about self-custody. When you leave your digital assets on an exchange or in someone else's custody, you open yourself up to unwanted third-party risk. Unlike the legacy banking system, Bitcoin allows you to take full control over your funds by using your own private keys. This allows you to become self-sovereign and essentially your own bank. By taking full control over your Bitcoin, you can avoid unnecessary counterparty risk. Storing your Bitcoin on third-party custodians like exchanges can open yourself up to attacks from bad actors, governments, or scammers that just want to seize your coins. The process of self-custody can seem overwhelming at first, but fortunately, Blockstream Green makes self-custodying your assets super easy. Next, to help us better understand hardware wallets, let's compare them to a normal software wallet. Sarcastic helper bot, pull up the chart, please. Hardware wallets are devices that securely store the private keys to your Bitcoin and/or liquid assets offline. Hardware wallets increase the security of your wallet because your private keys are stored on a specialized device that is not always connected to the internet. As mentioned before, keeping your keys stored on an online device can open yourself up to additional attack vectors, so it's recommended to use a hardware wallet when storing large amounts of Bitcoin over long periods of time. Jade is a non-custodial Bitcoin and liquid hardware wallet that offers single signature and multi-signature options. For the purpose of this video, I will be setting up a single sig Bitcoin wallet. Before we get started, we're going to need to download a software wallet that is compatible with our Jade hardware wallet. Today, I'm going to use Blockstream Green pre-installed on my Windows PC. You can get Blockstream Green for pretty much any device that you may have. And if you don't feel like using Blockstream Green with your Jade hardware wallet, you could use other wallets like Sparrow, Spectre, or Electrum. Now let's go over some general best practices when creating your Bitcoin wallet. You should first be somewhere private. The idea is to keep someone from snooping on you as you write down your recovery phrase. Your recovery phrase is kind of like your password, but in the form of a 12 or 24 word string of randomly generated words. Your recovery phrase is the single most important piece of information associated with your wallet. This cannot be stressed enough. Also, avoid the urge to take a screenshot or a picture of your recovery phrase. It's just safer to write it down. By taking a screenshot or a picture, anyone who has access to your phone or access to your cloud storage now has access to your recovery phrase. Some other general rules to follow when it comes to your recovery phrase. Keep it somewhere safe. Don't lose it. If you change your device gets lost or stolen, you forget your PIN, or your PIN gets reset. You will need your recovery phrase to regain access to your wallet. Never send your recovery phrase over email or text to anyone. Blockstream Jade support will never ask you for your recovery phrase, and if anyone reaches out to you requesting your recovery phrase, you should immediately report them to Blockstream support. Never save your recovery phrase to an internet-connected device. Just like if you were to take a screenshot, saving the recovery phrase on your phone or computer or through an app leaves your recovery phrase vulnerable to attack. For better security, Blockstream offers a capsule or metal recovery backup tool on our store. Instead of writing your recovery phrase on a piece of paper, which can easily be destroyed or lost, these metal storage devices give you extra protection by keeping your recovery words safe from fire, water damage, or hungry little canines. This is the Jade hardware device. The Jade features a 1.14-inch IPS LCD display. On the inside, you're going to have a 240 milliamp hour battery. On the side, you're going to have a click wheel. This allows you to go back and forth and also allows you to click. On the bottom, you're going to have a USB-C port. This allows you to charge the device while also allowing you to connect to computers. On the back, you're going to have a camera. As of recording this video, the camera does not work, but a future upgrade is coming which will allow for the camera to work, which will then allow you to do air gap transactions using the Jade, which is a feature that I personally am really looking forward to. And then lastly, on the side, you're going to have a power button. If you hold that power button down for a couple seconds, you will notice that the screen turns on and a new window pops up. And this window is asking us to go to the Blockstream website to follow the instruction guide that is given there. Because we're setting up our Jade together, we are simply just going to press initialize. A new screen is going to come up, and this screen is asking us if we were setting up a new wallet or a recovery or an old wallet. Because we're setting up a new wallet together, I'm simply going to press new. Then it is asking us if we want to set up a 12-word recovery phrase or a more advanced recovery phrase. Because this is just an example, I'm going to set up a simple 12-word recovery phrase. Once you do that, your recovery phrase will start populating, and then this is where you're going to want to either write down your recovery phrase on the sheet of paper that is given to you in the box of the Jade, or you can simply write it on just a standard piece of paper with a pen. So with that, I'm going to start writing. Once you've written down all 12 of your words, or whatever amount of words you have decided to choose, you're going to then press the check mark. Once you press the check mark, the Jade is actually going to start testing you to make sure that you properly wrote down your words. Once you get all the words correct, it is going to start processing. And then it's going to ask us how we are trying to connect the Jade hardware wallet to a green wallet. Because I'm going to be using my computer, my PC today, I'm going to be connecting it to a USB, through USB. But if you were to use iPhone or iOS device, you can use Bluetooth. So I'm going to press USB. And then it's going to ask me to attach the Jade through my USB cable. Once I've connected my Jade to the computer using the USB-C port, I can then pull up Green Wallet, and I will see that under devices, next to the Blockstream logo, there is a 1. And you will notice that a new screen pops up, and this is asking us what kind of wallet we want to set up. Because we're going to be setting up a single sig wallet, we're simply going to press Setup Jade. Once you press Setup Jade, you will notice that on your actual Jade device, a new screen pops up, and on the screen, it is asking you to create a new PIN. Because this is just an example, I'm going to simply make the PIN 1s across the board. Once you've created your PIN, it's going to just want to make sure you verify your PIN, so you're going to want to make sure you put in the same PIN. Once you do that, it is going to start processing some data, and you can go back to your Green Wallet, and you will notice that the Green Wallet starts doing some stuff. And if you wait a couple minutes, you will notice that a Jade hardware wallet, a brand new one, will appear under your wallet. So let's wait a couple minutes and let's see that happen. Great, so you can see now that on our Jade, a new screen comes up and that says that it's ready. And then actually on our computer, on our Green Wallet, you will notice that a brand new Jade wallet has been set up. You have a couple accounts ready to be used with no Bitcoin in it. So congratulations, you just set up your first Jade hardware wallet. Nice job. In order to receive funds to your Jade hardware wallet, you're going to want to have your Jade plugged into your Green Wallet. And once you do that, you're going to want to have your Green Wallet pulled up. Once you have your Green Wallet pulled up, you're going to want to pick the account that you want to receive some funds to. For this example, I will be using my Segwit account. And then you're going to want to go to the upper right-hand corner and press Receive. Once you click Receive, a new window will pop up, and in this window is a QR code and a Bitcoin address to send to. You can scan that QR code, but because I don't have another device to scan that QR code with, I will be looking at this address. Before I copy this address, a great feature of the Jade hardware wallet is that you can verify this address to make sure it is the same on your Jade hardware device. So in order to do that, all you're going to want to do is press Verify, and you'll notice that a new loading screen comes up on your Green Wallet, and actually on your Jade populates the address. So what you're going to want to do is read the first 4 digits and the last 4 digits. You can read as many digits as you want, but for this example, I'll just be reading the first 4 and last 4 to make sure that the Jade and Green line up. Because that matches up, you're going to want to go to your Jade hardware wallet and you're going to want to simply press over to the check mark and you're going to want to press everything matches. So once you have verified your address, you'll notice that back on your green wallet, you get a nice little check mark next to that verify button. So once you have verified that address, you can then copy that address and we will send some funds to this address. So once it is copied, you can close out of this window. And for this example, I will be actually sending some Bitcoin from my other single sig green wallet. And I will be sending it. So once that pops up, you can paste in your address. Then for this, I'm going to be sending all of my funds, but in case you wanted a coin select, you can do manual coin selection. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to our previous video on coin selection to understand more about that and what it all means. But I'm sending everything. And the amount, send all. And the network fee, I'm in no rush, so I'm going to pick the slowest option. I'm then going to go to review. And this is where it will allow me to look at the fee. The fee looks good to me. The address is correct, BC1Q, 0F7A. And then the amount looks good to me. And I'm going to press send. So once you do that, you're going to press OK. And then if you go back to your Jade hardware wallet, you will notice that in a couple minutes, a new transaction is going to populate with an unconfirmed transaction. So let's wait a couple minutes. Oh, look at that. As I'm talking, it has come up with an unconfirmed transaction. So once 6 confirmations are confirmed, then congratulations, you can consider this transaction confirmed and you have just officially received some Bitcoin to your Jade hardware wallet. Nice job. The transaction is considered unconfirmed because it hasn't been added to the blockchain yet by miners. Roughly every 10 minutes, a new Bitcoin block is mined. When a transaction is posted, it has to wait to be confirmed by the miners. The higher the fee you pay, the more likely the transaction is to be confirmed in earlier blocks. You can learn more about how Bitcoin mining works, transaction fees, and confirmation times on our Help Center. In general, it's best to wait for 6 confirmations for large transactions before really considering it final. After this point, it becomes uneconomical for any bad actor to reverse, and you can now go about your day knowing that you have a globally distributed network of computers protecting your Bitcoin. Also, don't forget to label your transactions to help preserve your privacy and keep tabs of your UTXOs. Check out our video on coin control if you need a refresher. Let's now go through the steps to send Bitcoin out of our Jade wallet. In order to send funds out of your Jade hardware wallet, you're going to want to make sure that it's on and connected to your green. You're going to want to locate the account that you want to send funds out of, and you're going to want to make sure that you have a receive address to send to. For this example, I'm simply going to be sending my funds back to the wallet that I sent it out of. Once I have copied my receive address, I'm going to go back to my Jade hardware wallet. I'm going to press send. I'm going to paste in my address and make sure that it matched my what I copied, BC1Q and V46U, which is correct. For the coins, I can manual coin select or I can send all. For this example, I'm going to be sending all. So I'm going to press send all. And then for the network fee, I'm simply going to press slow because I'm in no rush. From there, I'm going to review. I'm going to look over the fee, which looks good to me, the address, BC1Q, V46U, which is correct, and the amount, and that is the correct amount. Once I do that, I'm going to press send. So the great thing about the Jade is that you need to confirm that to make sure, in order to send funds out of your wallet, you need to first confirm that this is the correct address on your Jade device, and then it also will make sure that it is the correct fee on your device. So what you're going to want to do is look at the address on your green wallet, which is BC1Q. You're going to want to make sure that it matches on your Jade device, which it says BC1Q. Great. And then for this example, we're going to want to read the last 4 digits, which is V46U, and you will notice that the address scrolls over and you can read the last 4 digits of V46U. So that's correct. Once everything lines up, you're going to press check, and this is where it's going to ask for your fee. And again, you're going to want to make sure that the fee matches of 226 sats, which it does on both the green and the Jade. And then from there, you can go back to your green wallet and that you'll notice that the transaction has sent. You'll notice after a couple minutes that you will get an unconfirmed transaction being sent from your Jade hardware wallet. And if you go to your other wallet, if you wait a couple minutes, you will get an unconfirmed transaction in that wallet too. So congratulations, you have just sent your first amount of Bitcoin out of your Jade hardware wallet. Nice job. Another feature of Jade is it allows you to have a passphrase. Passphrases give you the ability to use different wallets with only one Jade and gives you an additional layer of security. This is because each unique passphrase leads to a different wallet. To demonstrate this, let's assume our Jade generated the following recovery phrase. If you enable the passphrase feature and enter a passphrase of ABC, the information used to generate your wallet will be your recovery phrase and ABC. However, if you log into your Jade again and enter a different passphrase, for example, ABCD, an entirely different wallet will be created than before. Your Jade will only store your one recovery phrase, but any number of passphrases can be entered to change the wallet you will be logging into for each session. This means even a slight change in your intended passphrase will lead to a different wallet, so make sure you keep it backed up and protected. Note, your Blockstream Jade will not store your passphrase, so you will need to enter it every single time. Let's go into more detail on why you'd want to tap into Jade's passphrase feature. Using a passphrase provides an additional layer of security. Since any possible attacker can gain access to your PIN and recovery phrase, but will be unable to spend your funds without your passphrase. It would be a good idea to have two different passphrases, one that is your savings and another one that is a fraction of your entire stack. If for whatever reason you were to be attacked, you would be able to send the attackers your spoof wallet's balance rather than your whole stack. With that being said, a passphrase may not be for everyone. If you do decide to make a passphrase, you're going to need to enter the passphrase every time you log in, and if you forget or lose your passphrase, you will permanently lose access to your funds, even if you have access to your recovery phrase. That's it for today, folks. We hope you enjoyed learning how to set up your Jade hardware wallet, along with how to send and receive some Bitcoin out of it. Remember to let us know in the comment section down below if you have any other questions related to self-custody or Blockstream Jade. And feel free to share what you'd like to see us cover in the future videos. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, stack those sats, and as always, don't trust, verify.